Hello. Hi, everybody. I'm Marvis Stefan Schmeckpepper, and this is Little Behemoth, my kitty. I'm the world's first OCD influencer. And I'm here today to talk about something that's a little embarrassing for me. But it's something I think is important because I think other people will be able to relate to this. I'm going to talk today about rocking, body rocking. When I was a little girl, I would rock to sleep every night listening to music. I had a little radio and I would listen to WLS, and it would be very soothing and comforting to me.
Stop your messing around. Better think of your future. Time you straighten right out. Creating problems in town.
That's just a little example of how I would rock when I was little. Later, as a teenager, I would listen to music and daydream a lot while I rocked. And I did this until I was in my late 20s. Just like David Sedaris, the writer, he had the same thing. And he wrote about it in a story called A Plague of Ticks. I've always been very ashamed and secretive about rocking. When my parents would want to come into my room, I would stop, and I always had matted hair on the left side of my head from it. I think it's a way of calming myself, of relaxing. It was a way of relaxing myself, similar to how people would rock a baby. And even to this day, I still have my rocking chair. And if I'm sitting alone working at the computer or whatever, I'll still rock to comfort myself. And if something's really bothering me, you can tell because I rock a lot. If you're a rocker and you do the same thing, you're not alone. A lot of people do this. If you look it up on the internet, you see a lot of people that say that they do the same thing. People with anxiety feel more than the usual amount of stress in life, and sometimes they need a way to comfort themselves. My friend Alice Dubois wrote a book about OCD. It's called Everything Depends on Me. And she wrote a part about rocking in the book. And about how when she was little, she also rocked and listened to music. So it's pretty common. It's not everybody does it, but I think a lot of people with anxiety and OCD do this. And if you're interested in her book, which is excellent and so helpful, there's a link below in the text area of the description of the video. So check that out. And remember, having anxiety is very difficult and stressful. So you shouldn't feel ashamed if you're doing comforting things like rocking. You're a rock star for putting up with having all this anxiety. You've been through a lot, and if you do something like rocking, it's okay. It's just your way of comforting yourself. So don't beat yourself up or feel ashamed. You're awesome. I love you. Marvis Stefan Schmeckpepper, OCD influencer, over and out.
Roll. But he gon' yeah. Okay. Some people like to rock. Give us a chance.
Some people like to roll. They do, honest. They really, really do. They love to roll all over the floor.
Once more.
Once more with feeling, man. Come on now, people.
Some people like...
Come on, man. We're running out of film. The light's going. Don't look at me.
Some people like to rock. Forget it.
Some people like to roll. We'll do this part next week. By the old Tyrol.